residential work, landed and condo and high-rise mass housing. Commercial we've done before, institutional work, hospital, 2 others which did not take off, education projects like university and international school. I would say it's quite a good varied range to be able to have done all these categories of buildings. I was apprenticed to an architect firm for 8 years. In 1988, I started my own practice. When I decided to come out to practice, it's not because of my relationship with my ex-boss. We were very good, our relationship was very good. It's just because of the recession. There were not enough projects around. So I look at it, maybe it's the time for me to come out to try on my own, to take a risk.
I think it's a very brave idea that you try to come out.
It was brave because at the time my ex-boss would say, no choice, they have to cut your pay, they have to reduce your working hours. I wasn't rich, I don't have assets, but I know after 8 years of working, you come to know developers. So I spoke to one developer in Chow who has an office block. So I spoke to him, Mr. Lim, I want to come up to try out on my own. Do you have an office space for me? In return, I do some projects for you to offset my rental. That's how I started. I started at the low times. 1987, 1988 was a financial crisis. Now I have a skeletal staff, and I say want to include my cleaner, my secretary, of course my accounts people, 5 people. That was the sole proprietor office. Started under my name, Chow. Then in 1990, I changed it to the architectural network. And then my peak period for architectural network was about 15 people. At that time, I was doing office building, the hospital, residential work. It's easy for a smaller firm to shrink or expand. It's not so easy for a big firm. I come back to my previous employer again. It's a big firm, 80 to 100 staff. So when times bad, it's really not easy to maintain that. But it all depends on you as an architect. What do you like to have? You like to be hands-on, do things your way, not so greedy to overwhelm the office with work. I was invited for partnership and all these things in a bigger setup. I did not accept that for that reason, because I wanted to be able to manage and control my office. I do have a partnership along the way, but from 1994 to 1997, I had a partnership with 2 other partners doing a huge project in KL. If you remember the KL Linear City, have you heard of that? Then that's KL Linear City and KL Monorail. The project go hand in hand. As part of the Kuala Lumpur major development plan. But that time, during financial crisis, the job was stopped and never got revived. That partnership continued for a few more years, and then we stopped the partnership, and I focused my time back to my sole proprietorship, the architectural network. I think Utah University to the Raman in Tampa, because I look back from day one until completion of the latest phase. I spent almost 12 years on the job. Having practiced for 38 years now, 10 whole years was on Utah. But it's a very satisfying project. We enjoy working on it. spent 8 years in BEP architect. I think most of my practice influence comes from BEP. Most young minds, you'll be molded from the college that you are in and the office where you spend your apprenticeship. You see how people do things, your mind tend to be molded towards that. And BEP was a practice where professionalism comes first. That's why my practice, my mind is molded towards that direction. 5-10 years time, I may be retired already. So hopefully one of my associate architects will take over. And hopefully they can continue with the legacy. Architects are different. You need to be a registered architect to continue with your partnership with yourself and with what you are doing. That's the first thing. And also you need to select capable partners to take over from you. If there is no suitable people to take over from me, when I retire, you can just close the firm. It's something which I do not wish to see, because it's good to leave behind a legacy. Even though when I retire, I hold zero share in the company, I will be glad to see that my staff or one of my chosen senior staff can continue to run the firm. In terms of communication first, language and communication is important. Technical knowledge all depends on the college you come from. So to be a good architect, you need to be all-rounder. Right? That is important also. Whatever you do, you got to enjoy. Why I can be in this profession for so long, because I enjoy what I'm doing. I feel very satisfied. As an architect, you really see the tangible result of your work being built, being materialized. One of the most important part of our practice is to work with people, work with engineers, QS, other professionals, work with contractors, work with clients, work with the local authorities. The human relationship part is very important. That can only be attained by working outside.
Well, as you know, architects don't not supposed to advertise, because we are allowed to distinguish ourselves by projects, website, and all that is important as well. But I think the most important is reference. I think there's no better advertisement than people referring you to others. I think PEM is a different platform in the sense that getting to know people in your own industry. It's important to get to know people who are, who are architects, in the architectural line, who we share common problems, common platform for us to understand each other, and also to work towards solving problems with our practices and our industry. PEM is also a very good platform for meeting people from outside the industry or related industry. People that you don't usually meet in your day-to-day, and I think it's important to also widen your networking. A lot of issues we have with the business of architecture, the practice of architecture, that you keep on complaining about different teachers. Why this, why that? I mean, don't complain. If you want to do something about it, join PEM and be in the groups or be in the committee that can solve this problem.
Yeah.
And I think that's the best, no point complaining this and that, do something about it. So that's why I decided, I said, rather than me complaining about it and can't do anything about it, why not join an institute where there is a situation or there is an opportunity to be part of the solution and be part of the change rather than complaining about it. I started from scratch, right? We started from like me. When they said me and just me alone. For the first For the first few months, it was just me and me alone. I had to do my own drawing and do my own SketchUp and do my own presentation board and do everything. You know, and then start to get easy. Then you get one staff in, and you get a bit easier, you get another staff in. And I think that's the way of how I think we evolve very organically. We didn't, I didn't set out to have an office and say, okay, I'm going to get 4 staff now. So I let it grow organically. When there's a need, then out of which 9 are, we got one office manager who's a nun. The rest are architects. Ratio of staff is slightly also different than most offices. It would be good to have part 2 architects who are then able to do everything.
Yeah.
I model a lot from how I used to work, where the only way to get it done is to do it yourself. So the current market and all that, we're quite happy to be sustaining these numbers. Like I said, we go on a needs basis. Suddenly, like tomorrow, if something just falls on the lap, then of course then you got to find new stuff to have enough capacity to do the work. But if you are under capacity, then it will affect your margins, your cash flow. If you are over capacity, then and you're not hiring, then you are actually putting a lot of pressure on your. So it's about balancing. I think the most important thing in the business of architecture or in the practice it is about people. I mean, it's not about how pretty a building is. I think that's aesthetics aside, and aesthetics is a very subjective thing. Humans or people are unique because there's so much characteristics and differences, and I think we should celebrate that differences. People who work with us, people who we work for, and people who will be consuming our work. Yeah. So we will talk. The first part, of course, is about our team. Also with our consultants that we work with. I think look at a project 100%. Design is, in my view, 9 to 10%. The rest is about people. Okay, I mean it's about how humans, people interact with each other to create that. Behind that creation, there's so much coordination, a lot of cooperation, working together, solving problems. I think that's the thing that I think the human factor that is there. I think is so important. And once it's an achievement, everyone takes pride in it because everyone has played their part. All our contractors, to the specialists and all that, each of them have given their part of them in that building, and we share that kind of pride together because it's never about one person or one company. It's about the team. I've been working in 2 offices in 12 years. Spent like 5 years in one and spent 7 years in market center. And both companies that I work with are very different. One thing that I learned is sometimes you learn from what you should do and sometimes you should learn from what you should not do. So I think in order for us to do that, we've got then to look at it, step back and say what is right and wrong. Like sometimes your boss does something that is not right, doesn't mean it's the way to do it, right? So I think we have to have a very strong sense of self-criticism, thoughts of what can be done and what should not be done. It's not about the working environment, I mean how good or bad or whatever. It's about how you adapt yourself and how you learn from your experience being in that company. I started, learning how to manage a team of people. And so sometimes you say, boss give me so much work, and we do a lot of things, in charge of a lot of things. Yes, I got all that, but I think I look at it as, well, if I couldn't do it, I don't think they will ask you to do it. Yeah. And if you think, and if you think you can't do it, you'll never do it. So, I said, okay, well, I'll take up the challenge. And I said, well, one day I'm sure what I'm doing is going to be useful to me. So, those who want to undercharge, I always do so. I know they cannot finish. If you do a bungalow job and you charge 5%, you will die. At the end of the day, right, the office will not even cover. It's a realistic thing because You know, there are some jobs where we are charging 10%, and when the job drags for extra 1 year, you are losing money already.
Yeah.
So, you know, what if somebody charges below that amount, you know, you kill yourself now. You know? No, it's not about getting a job, it's getting paid for the job, right?
Yeah.
And if you're not getting correctly remunerated for your project, you know, what's the point of doing business, right? Number one, whenever we say a competition, it always falls at the wrong time for us. Sometimes when you balance your office resources so well, it's like everything looks like 98%, right? So suddenly when you have a competition, you need to have an extra 10% of resource of time. But we don't have the 10%, because we only have 2%, right? So you can't, it's okay, I give up. But the other reason we also don't take part as chair of the awards and competitions committee in PAM, I have not taken part in competition because in many cases I'm in the committee which deals with the promoter of the competition. So I have all this privileged information. So I cannot join this. When I was with Ar.Dexter and we did other jobs there, we won quite a bit of awards and all. And then suddenly it just dawned on me that, you know, I had a very big part to play in all those projects, and of course it was submitted under the company, but of course you get the glory of it. But at the end of the day, this doesn't seem to be like your project. So I felt that, you know, I didn't want to carry on doing work this thing behind the scenes. I felt that maybe they came to a point of time where I have to go to, you know, do something and be something, and do building is, yeah, it's my job. If you set up to plan something in the next 5 years and it doesn't work, you know, if I don't make, so what? But I think if you just work towards the future and don't look back, and you know, I think be passionate about what you do, and every day wake up and say, wow, I still want to do it, you know. Then I think we should continue, because you know, you got this 10-year plan, and by the time it's the 9th year and you feel sick and tired of it, what's the point of the plan when you yourself don't have the heart anymore? Continue being passionate rather than thinking what you're going to do in the next 5 years. The first question I asked myself, how big do I want to be? Or how big do we want for us to be? Then I asked myself, how big does it need to be? And when you expand at a certain point, I think how I will see it, I would want to partners internally, people who have been working in our office and all. Don't discount the possibility of that, because I think at some point of time, for everybody, there's a time for everybody to step up. Follow your heart. I think it's important to follow your heart. At the same time, I think don't get distracted by what others around you are doing. Like, everyone has their time. Everyone will have the opportunity, but of course you have to go for it. Once you have that, you know, say, oh, I have to do it because I'm 30. No, it's not. I have to do it because I'm ready. Another takeaway that I think is the word is for me is humility. I think we have to always be humble, because we are put in a very exalted position. We are like the leader of the team, but that doesn't make you, you know, is it because of this power and this, you know, you have a lot of responsibility and there's a lot of respect that comes with it. So I think it's important to always be humble. We are in a position where we are able to also elicit change in society, change in the way people are talking. I think we should, you know, and because we are looked upon as a leader of the project or leader of the industry, we have to project that with that kind of kindness. I think it's important.